It's hot today, man. It is definitely hot today, y'all. Man, I'm like fucking burning in this car right now, man, as I'm driving right now. But as I was saying, man, I usually like to make these type of streams in my car, you know, kind of when I have some free time, kind of when you know, can get my thoughts out during the day. Um, I just want to talk a little bit about, you know, Aaron Rodgers, the Raiders training camp and whatnot. Let's start off with the Raiders training camp. Um, watching the press conferences with Carr, Ruggs, Crosby, Morrow. I think there was another player too. I just can't remember at the top of my head. Um, Andre James. Yeah, that was the player. Good shit. I mean, Carr looks like he's a lot bulker. I mean, every year it seems like he gets bigger and bigger. You know, Ruggs. He was talking. He said he gained about 13 pounds. That's a good sign to see. Damon Arnett, he wasn't at the presser today, but someone had asked Max about just his progression heading in from year one, heading into year two, and they said that he gained about 15 pounds or so. So that's really good to see that the players have put a lot of work in this off season. Now it just needs to translate in wins and productivity on the field. Then I think in some way I'll be satisfied with the team that we have this year. We'll say this though. Gruden said yesterday 4 out of 5 players are still unvaccinated. Andre James came into his press conference with a mask on. And if you guys know anything about the COVID protocols, if you're not vaccinated and if you're not vaccinated, you don't have proof of vaccination, you're going to have to wear a mask. I'm starting to think that Andre James might be one of those people. Like I said, it's a personal choice at the end of the day on whether or not you get vaxxed or not. But at the same time, too, it's like, if I'm an NFL player and I know my job might be on the line if I don't get vaxxed, then I have to do what I have to do. I have to do what's best for my football team, especially if I'm a good player, right? So, speaking of Andre James, apparently, in his presser, he mentioned two things, right? His two things when he got to the Raiders and in college and whatnot. When he played in college at UCLA, he never played center. He was an interior lineman, but he never played center. And when he got to the Raiders, he was undrafted, and he didn't expect to play right away, because remember last year, or 2 years ago rather, Rodney Hudson got hurt, and James had to come in as the emergency backup, played decent. So that's a little bit of a concern. But I want to say now, 2 years in, and especially like last year and the year before that, I believe, that every Wednesday and Thursday he was practicing with the ones, with Derek Carr and the ones. And now that he's got OTAs, now he's heading into training camp. Seems like a lot of the players have a lot of belief and confidence in him. So that's a good sign of the team. Now all needs to translate on the field. Carr said himself, he believes in him, which is great. But obviously he's not going to compare him to Rodney Hudson. And he shouldn't, because Rodney Hudson, I still believe, is the best center in the league. I don't think he will get it on that level. I don't expect him to be a Pro Bowl, All-Pro center. As long as he does his job and it's not a problem, then I'll be all right with that. Nicholas Morrow came to the press conference today, He looked very, very poised. He looks like he's gotten bigger. Rumor has it, or not rumor has it, but Gruden said yesterday in his press conference that, you know, based on how Nicholas Morrow has really progressed, I think now he's starting to notice that Nicholas Morrow is starting to peak at his prime. You know, that last year he had a great year, and that, you know, he had some growing pains while he was developing with the Raiders the first 3 to 4 years with the Raiders, and then last year he had a great year, at least to our standards, because we didn't really expect that much from Morrow. Now Gruden thinks that he could definitely be a leader in this locker room, so that's really good to see. Max Crosby looking a little bit leaner. Said he's been working more and more with cardio. That's good to see. All in all, like I said, I'm hearing some good things in camp. I'm hearing Richie Incognito is kicking ass, even still at 38. So that's good. Good signs so far, man. Don't have really too much of a complaint so far. Hopefully, we just continue to trend up. Now, let's go ahead and kind of switch over from talking Raiders to just some things that has been going around in the NFL world as for Aaron Rodgers, or should we call him at this point Aaron Rodgers? I saw bits and pieces of his press conference saying that, oh, people don't go on Green Bay for a vacation. They come here to play with me. That's, all right then, Aaron Rodgers. That's a very bold take, you would say. I mean, I'm sure there have been some players in line that would love to play with Aaron Rodgers. But at the same time, too, that doesn't give you the right to say it. I mean, what? You've only won one Super Bowl in your career, and you're now going on 11 years without a Super Bowl, without even a Super Bowl appearance. You want to go up here and say that? Sure, you do great things in the regular season, but does that translate to playoffs wins? I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure Joe Flacco still has more playoff wins than you. That's not a good sign to see. And Joe Flacco's a backup now to the Eagles. That's really not a good sign to see, Aaron Rodgers. Again, most years, it wasn't your fault. You did have some terrible defenses. But I'm telling you, last year, you were the reason why the Packers did not go to the Super Bowl and lost that NFC Championship game. Brady was giving you the game. I mean, he was throwing interceptions left and right in the second half. You just proceeded to not do anything with it, right? You didn't take advantage, and you could say all you want about the Matt LaFleur field goal 1-0, and that was stupid, right? When they were down by 8, Matt LaFleur decided to go over a field goal with under 2 minutes left. That was dumb, right? But at the same time, too, you watch that third down and goal again. I mean, Aaron Rodgers had what looked like a open lane to a touchdown. And who knows what could have happened. It is what it is. I mean, like I said, man, with Aaron Rodgers, if I'm a Packers fan, I wouldn't be really too pleased with them. I mean, this man is leaving probably next year. He's calling it the last dance with him and Devontae Adams. You know, where they got that pictures on Instagram of them and Pippen and Jordan. It's like Adams and what the fuck is this car doing? Jesus Christ, I hate California drivers. There's a fucking Toyota in the middle of the road. He finally decides to turn lanes. Jesus Christ, I hate California drivers so much. But back to what I was saying. You know, they want to call it the last dance, that this is probably going to be their last year together in Green Bay. I mean, don't compare yourself to the 6-time NBA champions Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the greatest duo, not even just in NBA history, but in all of sports. Don't fucking do that. Seriously, you're just making a fool out of yourself. You guys haven't even won a championship, nor have you even played in a Super Bowl together. Together, obviously. I know Rodgers has a ring, but that wasn't with Devontae Adams. I think Adams was still playing college or was starting to go to college at Fresno State. And I like Devontae Adams. I think Devontae Adams is probably the second best wide receiver in football right now. And I've been saying we should, how much I would love to have him in a Raiders uniform, but I know that probably isn't going to happen this year. There's a good chance, especially considering the fact that the Raiders have $50 million in cap space next year. There's a good chance we might get him next year, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm focused on the 2021 season. No excuse season for the Raiders, right? Because, that's hella funny. I'm talking about the Packers, and look at this. Look at this shit right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that guy has the Green Bay Packers car plate. I'm not going to. All right, let me turn on my camera real quick because I realize there's too many trolls, and they might look into that guy's car plate, license number plate. I'm not trying to do the guy dirty. I mean, he's got a Bernie Sanders sticker and everything. He's probably a libtard, but I don't want that. I don't want to put that guy's life in jeopardy. What was I gonna say? But yeah, man, I've already expressed my opinion on Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a great talent. I think he's the best all-around quarterback to ever play this game, the best quarterback of my generation. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't win the Super Bowl this year or even get to a Super Bowl, no, fuck that. You know what? You gotta win it this year. You can't just get to a Super Bowl and then if you lose it, you gotta win it this year, man. You've got Randall Cobb back. You got Devontae Adams, right? You got Robert Tonyan, Aaron Jones in the backfield. You got the offensive line. When it's healthy, it's good. Your defense is, it has some holes, but you still got Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith, Kenny Clark, Jair Alexander. I think Christian Kirk's still there. So you have some pieces. And Darnell Savage as well. Now, you just got to finish the job. No more NFC Championship losses, Rodgers. If you lose another NFC Championship game, man, you will be known as the NFC Champion loser. The NFC Championship choke artist. Your legacy will be a failure if you can't win it this year, Rodgers. Because now, you got your boy Randall Cobb back. You still got Devontae Adams. You still got this great all-around team. And for the last 2 years, they've been knocking on the door for a Super Bowl. If you know your worth, Aaron Rodgers, you would have gone to a Super Bowl by now. You would have won the Super Bowl by now. You would have been a two-time Super Bowl champion. Instead, you're still trailing Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger in Super Bowl rings. I know this hurts a lot of Packer fans' hearts. But at the same time, too, I know I'm telling the truth about your team. And, yeah, you can slander my quarterback all you want. I'll even start for you. 0 playoff wins. Hasn't started a playoff game. This and that. But at the end of the day, Derek Carr at least shows professionalism and class. And who knows? Maybe down the road, the Raiders ever have a defense, or maybe down the road if Carr goes to another team and wins the Super Bowl there, and Rodgers only ever wins one Super Bowl, can you imagine Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers both end up only having one Super Bowl in their careers? I used to respect Aaron Rodgers a lot. I was a big Aaron Rodgers fanboy. But now, because of his ego, really think to yourself, Aaron Rodgers, is it really the Packers organization or is it you? He even went on the press conference and said, I love playing for the Packers, the fans. Wow. I understand the organization's not perfect. It's definitely had its flaws, but, the fact that this organization took a chance on you when you were being embarrassed in that green room, right? In that fucking green room for like hours and hours because you thought you were going to go number 1 overall to the 49ers, and you should have. You should have. I will say, you should have. And for you to sit up there and just like feel embarrassed. And then the Packers took it, even though they had Brett Favre at the time. And now you want to treat this organization like shit after, 15 years of being with the organization? Man, I don't know how Packer fans can continue to defend this guy, especially knowing that deep down he's probably going to leave your team next year. He's not going to retire a Packer. He's gonna be like Brett Favre. And Brett Favre is overhated by that fan base, man. I talk to so many Packer fans, man. They say, I hate Brett Favre. I hate Brett Favre. He gets too many inches. Yeah, Brett Favre still won a Super Bowl. Brett Favre is the first quarterback in NFL history, player in NFL history, to have won 3 straight MVPs in a row. Brett Favre, before Tom Brady, Drew Brees, was the all-time NFL passing leader. Brett Favre never missed a game with the Packers. Was literally coughing out blood one time in a game, and then came back and won the game for you guys. So what are we talking about here when it comes to Brett Favre? I still think Brett Favre is the greatest Packers quarterback of all time, at least in my opinion. Because Brett Favre, yeah, he's only won 1 Super Bowl too, but he's been to more Super Bowls. He's done more winning than Aaron Rodgers has. Aaron Rodgers has statistical stats to be the greatest Packer quarterback of all time. And truth be told, if he does win another Super Bowl, he will be the greatest Packers quarterback of all time. But for now, I'm still saying Brett Favre. Because even though he lost the Super Bowl, he's been to more Super Bowls. And them's facts. So, but yeah, and then he got drafted to the 40, or he was supposed to get drafted to the 49ers, and then, a Bay Area reporter from CBS 5, can't remember his name, but he still works with CBS 5 Sports to this day. I forget his name, Dennis O'Donnell? I think that's his name. Asked Rodgers, how bad do you feel that the 49ers didn't pick you number 1 overall? Not as bad as the 49ers are going to regret picking me. And listen, both sides were at fault. They should have went Rodgers, yes. But Rodgers kind of did it to himself by running his goddamn gums. Should have kept his mouth shut. Should have just said, hey, I would love to be a 49er. Let's try to win some Super Bowls together. It's like, oh, if you don't pick me, and instead Rodgers is all like, probably saying that press conference, oh, I'm going to be better than Joe Montana was for your franchise. Like, oh shit. I understand you got to have a little bit of cockiness to the when you play quarterback. Yeah, show off a little bit, but that right there, like, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers said something like that, like, I'm going to be better than Joe Montana. You're not even fucking close to what Joe Montana is. You never will. And I hate the 49ers. And truth be told, yeah, like, Rodgers was dumb, and honestly, like, no, part of that is true because the defense that they had, because they couldn't finish one proper day. Probably would have won a Super Bowl or 2 with the 49ers, definitely, no doubt. Probably would have had 2 or 3 maybe. But, like, check this out, right? Check this out. Dude. How do I say it, man? I don't even know how to put it into words right now. Aaron Rodgers, right? The 49ers own you. They do, and I hate the 49ers. Every time you guys play in the playoffs, you lose. 2012, 2013, 2020. Every time I rooted for the Packers to win. I wanted Aaron Rodgers to beat his hometown team. Couldn't do it. But anyways, guys, man, I'm done slandering on Rodgers. At the end of the day, I think he's just acting like an egotistical baby, and I really do feel bad for Packer fans. I do, because now they're trying to work out a deal to where Rodgers. It's no disrespect to any Packers fan except for Nick Fargo, fuck him. But it's no disrespect to any true Packer fans. I do feel for you guys. I think it's bullshit how Aaron Rodgers is just doing you guys dirty. You know, when your organization took a chance on him. You know, I can understand why maybe another star receiver would help him a lot on the other side of the football field. Yes, I understand that. But at the same time, too, if he knows his worth, if he knows he's that great, he would have gone over the NFC hump already. He would have won the NFC already. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. You know? And the dude is just an egotistical moron. And he's going to, instead of the Packers, I mean, really, the organization's at fault too, yeah. But, like, the Packers, right, working on a deal to where Rodgers could, opt out in 2022? So you're just going to let him walk just so he's committed to this year rather than just trading God knows how many draft picks you can get and players you can get, and instead you're just going to let him walk. Same thing with Adams. You're just going to let Adams walk instead of just trading for him, right? Because you don't want to pay top dollar money. Really, both sides are at fault, but Aaron Rodgers, I still stand corrected when I say this. He's selfish. Devontae Adams, I won't say he's selfish because I do believe he does deserve all that top dollar money. I do. You know, so I'm not going to sit up here and say he's selfish. To people that say that he's a product of Aaron Rodgers and that he's not top 5, you don't watch football. You know, take away your football card, give me your football card, and let me go ahead and put it in the fireplace and watch it burn because you don't know a goddamn thing about football if you really do say that Devontae Adams, is a product, just another product of Aaron Rodgers and isn't top 5. Like, I mean, this dude is the best route runner in the NFL, man. It's not even close. Not even close. Get the fuck out of here. He had 18 touchdowns last year, man. But with that being said, man, it's been your boy Ash, and I'm out. Peace and go Raiders.